That was funny.
Not that funny.
That was
That
really
was funny.
Not that
He
funny.
said the girl who plays Kristen
So,
Stewart.
but what I actually said was the girl who plays, and then I forgot Bella's name and just, Kristen Stewart. But I said it like the girl who plays Kristen Stewart. But
It came out the right way, and I took it the right way.
I guess you did.
I feel
the
like you're
wrong way.
offended by that.
A little.
Really?
Well, more so like
you get so offended whenever someone like.
sometimes when I'm not in a comedy mood and I get made fun of, especially when
You're
I
so
know that I
moody,
didn't mean it
dude.
like that, then I'm offended a little bit.
Really? It's
Not
so
offended, but like
weird.
annoyed. I'm like, oh fuck off! I
It's
meant
so
it like
weird
this.
when you get offended.
I
don't
think
know why.
I think what happened was you
Well,
said
I
it
always-
the way that we thought, but then now you're creating a reasoning in
No,
your head as
absolutely
to
not.
actually how you.
That just
think you said
contributes
it.
to my annoyance because that's not how I meant it, and now I'm annoyed already.
He doesn't want to be
I
misunderstood.
feel like you actually don't know who Kristen Stewart is.
Yes, it's the girl that played Bella.
That was dumb of you. Of course he knows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. I overstepped.
Good God.
Stop overstepping.
How
I
did
mean-
you think I didn't know who Kristen Stewart was?
Well, you didn't know how to read street signs.
Well, that was because I just got my license.
Well,
in
you
my
just
car.
farted. Guys, get over
So-
yourselves.
I don't know. I mean, I feel
Today's
like
about bread.
there's just something there.
Thank God.
All right.
Oh, you're pissed.
Yeah.
You're so pissed.
Dude, you're so pissed right now.
Be mean to me, dude.
I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just
Well,
trying to
it's
hurt your
me,
feelings.
and that's what you're doing.
Oh,
Quite well.
thank you, Brett, for joining us today.
Yeah, this is awkward.
There's a little
dude.
trouble in
It is
paradise.
I gotta
He
go.
gets joy out of that.
I'm on
He's
Stephen
sick in the
Kibb's
head.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope. Yeah, it's okay. It's all
How's your
recorded.
head? Does it
It's good.
grind
Have you seen it
fast?
yet?
It's okay.
No, I haven't
You
seen
want to touch it?
I just want to see it. I want to see the progress report. I'm anticipating the worst part, which I think will be when it's like that length
Where
there's
no
nothing-
shape to it. It's
yeah,
kind of just out.
just
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get it
That was my
styled.
dude. That was my
How?
style in middle school.
Yeah, just
Just
When
little
it's-
baby
when it's
spikes.
buzz
at
it a
the point where you
4,
can't
and then it
style
just goes straight out in every
Sits out.
direction
You should do like the Smash Mouth gelled.
with frosted tips.
Wouldn't I have to be? Wouldn't I have to have curly hair to do that?
No,
Smash
No.
mouth. Oh my
just
god.
like
the-
spiky.
Yeah.
But like
Put some gel.
points.
Yeah,
My hair ain't done
or
well
like
what
fucking
I wanted to ever.
Benji from
Well, that's only when it
Good
was long.
Charlotte. He would have like the fucking Liberty spikes and shit.
Edward Scissorhands.
Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Vedder Scissorhands.
I'm still alive.
So surprise, surprise, we actually have Brett Hundley on the podcast, aka Ratchet Pussy Megazord on Twitter.
Also known as
AKA Bread Hungry, AKA Upside Down Bread Hungry.
Why does he have
No,
so
Ratchet
many?
Pussy
The man
Megazer.
with 1,000 brands.
You live as long as I do. You need a wall of defenses.
Speaking
Have you become
of,
the villain?
Haven't we all? Maybe you guys haven't yet, but definitely me.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure I have.
you're the
You'll-
villain?
Are you from a Lycan bloodline?
Lycan?
I could see that.
I'm not that familiar with the Underworld series, but I'm gonna leave it to you.
Not Lycan as in.
Like a werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just a werewolf. Are you a werewolf?
Quick question on Couch Hop. Do you guys often get podcast or sponsors on the
we
podcast?
didn't for most of our first season, but now we've proven ourselves.
Oh, you've proven yourselves. Well, I guess so have we. This week's episode is sponsored by Stitch Fix. Unless you're somewhere south of the equator, sweater weather is officially here. It's time to pull out those long sleeve shirts, sweaters, and jackets, Kib. But if last year's layers are feeling tired, here's an easy way to give your closet a wake-up call. And it doesn't involve going shopping. Instead, you can get cool, cold weather clothes from the style experts at Stitch Fix. They've taken everything you don't like about shopping for clothes, the crowded malls, the pushy salespeople, the endless online options, and replaced them with one simple website that does all of the work for you. So just go to stitchfix.com and answer some basic questions about your size, your favorite styles, and your budget. Your personal stylist will take it from there, handpicking 5 pieces based on your preferences. All for the small price of a $20 styling fee. Oh, Kip, you can even afford that.
I can and will.
And if you keep any item in your fix, the $20 gets applied as credit. The 5 items are delivered to your home, you try them on, and only pay for what you keep. Just send back anything you don't want. Shipping is free both ways, and so are exchanges. Best of all, there's no subscription required and no club to join. Get your fix monthly, quarterly, or whenever you want. So long as you get it, I promise you'll be hooked. Get started now at stitchfix.com/pine, and you'll also get 25% off when you keep all 5 items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/pine to get started today. Stitch Fix, come on, guys.
.com/pine.
Brett, I have a couple questions for you before we get started.
When you have sex with someone, your body makes a promise.
How has turning 40 affected both your career and your body?
Yes. Also curious.
Negatively.
Do you often walk past bathrooms in public and think, well, I might as well pee while I'm here?
Yeah, that's what I was on the way here because I knew there would be no bathroom access.
Awesome.
Right. What
That's all
else?
I
What
needed
else
to
do we
go
have? Read the ones that were crossed off, perhaps.
No, they don't really make sense. Does Peaky Blinders give you PTSD?
I blocked all of those memories out of my life.
And the other one.
And the other one was, do you remember where you were during Prohibition?
No, that was the point.
Haha.
I actually liked that Prohibition one.
James didn't, so I didn't say it.
Wasn't bad.
Well,
It's like too old.
Yeah.
Because also forgetting where you were too.
Well, it was going to be during JFK's assassination, but I just figured
Prohibition's
Prohibition's one word.
Yeah.
as
Or the
opposed to-
Vietnam War.
Or
Yeah.
Vietnam at all.
I thought about Vietnam too,
I always think about Vietnam.
but I thought Vietnam wasn't old enough.
What
My-
rank were you in Vietnam?
Canned Cardinal.
Canned Cardinal.
I'm not
Dude, that's a
familiar
cool
with
hat. I like it. It's kind of like
It's
what's
like
that
dad hat,
material?
trucker hat mix.
It's like a. It's
Oh
like
wow! It's tent.
What does that say?
Yeah. What
Like
material
a-
is that?
Sylvester.
Modem?
Sylvester.
Modem. They're like a surf brand.
Dude,
Wow.
you're such a little surfer.
Have you
Dude,
ever
that's
surfed?
waterproof,
You know
isn't
me.
it?
Yeah,
It's waterproof, isn't it?
it must be.
Don't lie to me.
I didn't really think about it till now, but you're probably right.
You're probably right.
Brett, you're one of my oldest friends in all of LA, I'd say. Probably the oldest. Sorry, actually, I meant that to leave that in.
I meant that. I really meant that.
But you were one of the first people that I knew out here.
Mm-hmm.
And even before I moved to LA, you kind of got me my start in this whole industry. So even to this day, I still think, wow, damn it, I owe him a lot. For some reason, whatever. or
That's
another.
good. Keep following that feeling.
Yeah, you
Don't forget that
originally, when Jeremy Azevedo had asked me to be a part of the SourceFed Gaming channel, they wouldn't call it SourceFed Gaming, they called it Super Panic Frenzy, but I mean,
Bad choice,
Was that a
bad choice.
mistake? Yeah, I mean, probably that was a
Horrible
mistake,
choice.
right?
Why would they
But-
stray away from the brand?
yeah, who
Continue.
knows?
Mm.
But Brett was the one that originally got me that interview there. So that was
Me
one
too.
of the, or
How
recommended
was
me.
that? Yeah, was it like was he already gonna have the interview, but you were like, yeah, have it? So it was like a contributing push, or were you the one that was like, Steven Suptic? Let me tell you, and they were like, who?
I think Jeremy was like, who should I do for this? And I was like, do you know Steven Septic?
So you were the one.
So what
that
made you
confirms it.
think, or know, I guess, that I would be willing to give up everything I had in Seattle to move out here to LA and start a new life?
Well, your association choices you'd made up to that point were really bad. Like BAM Lounge was a disaster. Sky Media, probably, I mean, definitely.
The
for
biggest
sure worse.
disaster that had ever been.
Right. And I was like, this
Wow.
boy has potential. We just got to get him a fresh start in a new garden, plant that little seed. and watch
You
him
groomed
grow.
me.
Yeah.
Have
Look at
someone
you now.
watering him.
You know what's weird?
Someone watering.
Exactly.
And watching him.
I looked
And
back on
watering.
all my old videos
Supervision.
and everything, and I guess it's weird seeing, or because I don't understand it, what did you see in me? What? Because I couldn't see anything when I look back at those videos.
Huh.
You're being falsely humble. I think,
Fishing.
don't you think?
Yeah, fishing
When
a
you
little
watch Wild Adventures,
You were
Like
fishing
a
in the
girl
last.
fishing for
fly
a
fishing,
compliment.
bitch.
You were fishing in the last podcast too.
we all identified that very quickly.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't a real question. I just wanted you to compliment me. So I guess let's cut to the chase. Give me a compliment. That's part of the podcast.
Your head isn't too misshapen.
Thank you. You wanna
Give
try,
me a compliment.
Your head
Is
misshapen beautifully.
No, you
Thank
have
you.
you have a nice head.
helmet or head helmet?
So, Brett. Well, another thing we do on this podcast, actually starting last week when we had Elliot Morgan on, was see if he can nick out a little
Let's
bit.
see if he can beat. You got to top that podcast, dude. That's on you. That's not on us. That's on you.
It's all up to you.
When you say nick out, I mean I have to just inhale
Nicotine
this.
out.
and
But this
die.
isn't a 12 either, so he won't nick out
It's
nearly.
6.
He'll nick
It'll
out.
be
He
reasonable.
doesn't. He
I
doesn't
don't
smoke.
vape at all.
Do you
I don't
smoke cigarettes
at all?
Well, then take a 6
What are you
second
doing?
hit of
It's
that.
a vegan juice too, so.
You'll just feel nice. It's
not-
vegan.
It is actually.
Is
It's
it
it really?
vegan juice?
Oh, it really is.
It really
So-
is it normally not? What normally?
Normally it's
isn't?
not.
It's just vegetable glycerin oil. It's
And,
like
and another one. What's
How
the
do
other
you
one?
use this?
Something other.
You hold in the side
So
while you
this
suck in,
wall
but
right here?
don't hold until you suck.
Suck, then press the wall.
Suck, then press.
Breathe in for 4 seconds
Breathe,
straight.
suck, press.
What's the record?
12.5.
025.
025.
Seconds?
Yeah.
That's the vape what it goes up to.
I can't hold my breath that long underwater.
Do it, pussy.
Is that an age thing? Could you when you were younger?
I would assume too.
Oh, you're
You're breathing
burning.
into it. You have to suck
Oh,
in.
and you held it so much.
Wow, you really did.
But did you
everything.
breathe in?
Oh, I need it back.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not
no.
sure what just happened to me. I feel like I invited a spirit into my body.
You
You
did.
did. The
Have you been
spirit of
tested?
Sugar Pine 7.
have you been
Thanks.
bested?
Do you feel a little dizzy, a little lightheaded, a little body tingle?
I just feel like I did that wrong.
You did it wrong for certain.
Yeah.
How did cow chop even happen?
Yeah.
What?
How did cow chop even happen?
This is like
What's with the name Cow Chop?
This
this
is
is
a-
so rapid.
Think of
What's
it
the
like,
name,
think of it like
Brett?
Dateline.
I'd like to revisit that vape option again.
Right
No,
here.
put it back.
Remember, let go when you stop sucking so you don't burn the coil. 'cause it
Like
heats it
I
up.
felt it getting hot.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I
You
was
have to breathe in
wondering.
faster. Don't breathe in so slow.
Breathe in
Like-
faster. So literally, I'm breathing that fast for 12 seconds.
But you're going.
You don't have
And
to
while
do
you're
12
breathing,
seconds.
describe how cow chop started.
There you go. There
Oh
you go.
wow, you really hit it.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind about Cow
Uh,
Chop or the.
Never mind about cow chop.
How'd you like? Oh, never mind about cow chop.
They're,
What?
they're,
How'd
they're
you-
on their way out.
how'd
Where
you-
am I?
How'd you meet Alex? How'd you meet James? How did that even happen?
Oh, does anyone care?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. We
Because I
don't
feel
know.
like if not for cow chop, we would have done something. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. we collaborated first.
Yeah.
We did a little animated series. So I met them when I worked at Machinima, though, just at conventions and stuff. And I feel like I became friends with Alex the way I kind of became friends with you, and we had talked about doing stuff.
To a lesser extent, I imagine. Well,
he's not here to defend himself, so I will you can rewrite the narrative 100%.
what do you think our channel would have been?
Cowpine.
Cowpine. Absolutely would have.
Last
Gleamed
man
onto-
standing.
Last man standing.
Where every video is a death match.
Ooh.
Between
Riptide.
two of the
ball.
finest school
We definitely
children
could
in
have
the
done
county.
videos like we do here because you probably would kill yourself.
I don't know. I'm curious about your process, but I'm sure you've talked about it ad nauseum on this podcast, so I won't, hamper
We actually,
the podcast.
I don't know
with
if we've
that.
really
Not
gone over
that
it too
much.
much. at
I
least
think we
recently.
definitely have.
I mean, everybody knows
Oh,
how we
I
do
think
it.
we truly have several times.
We have.
Yeah,
Couple
I mean,
times.
to cut it short, I mean, we record in the morning.
I mean, I'm here on a Saturday, so clearly something.
We write
Well, we
bills.
have to go to
Production-wise,
Austin soon.
Let's talk about that. You're going to go film $1 Million.
$1 million,
$1
but
million,
Is that a
but,
secret?
yeah.
Rooster Teeth
$1 million
podcast.
babies.
I don't think so.
You guys did YouTubers React.
That was
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
You
That
guys
was so
did
fun.
Thursday night game fights. Is there anything you
Tuesday.
guys won't do?
It's
No.
Tuesday night
Will
game
you-
fights
is there
first off.
anything? No one. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you know what? When we did YouTubers React, Brett I think texted me afterwards. He's like, "Wow, you really did that?" And I was just like,
Really?
I was like,
I think that was a good decision.
Is that
Don't
like
you?
a frowned upon thing? I don't know.
Just interesting.
Say it live on
interesting.
Just
I mean,
interesting.
this is a very
It's
free
not.
area to talk.
It's
You
not
say-
right or wrong. I
the air.
work with.
It's simply
I feel like you guys are very enthusiastic,
Mm-hmm.
enthusiastic, and willing to do things for exposure. And
Yeah.
I don't mean negative things, but like YouTubers React. The Fine Brothers had that controversy and stuff. Not everybody would necessarily.
They were very nice. While we
They were
only
I'm
met
sure
the
they're
one-
great.
Extremely nice. They were extremely
The brothers
nice.
Fine are very nice.
Yeah.
And the brothers Paul can lick my balls. What? That was just a rhyme, but also kinda.
Obviously, we did not do Tuesday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night,
Did you
game
not
night,
ever
do
board
Tuesday
game
night?
night.
Were you invited to?
board game night.
We were invited to. Yes.
You were
Bougie
allowed to
board
say
game
no.
night.
You were allowed to say no.
Yeah, you can. You don't. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to do everything.
Well, here's the thing.
You guys are award winners now. Even more than us. You don't have to
Wow.
do anything. I'm surprised.
But I think we also want to be as involved as possible. So since we're the new guys, we want to be a part of everything.
Yeah, if you were new,
so
you'd
we're
probably
valued.
do it too.
But that's why I
You gotta
came
earn
on
your
this
stripes.
podcast, because I was like, oh, well, I got to hitch my cart, on their channel.
You
I
gotta
got to
run
make
the
sure I make an
coattails.
appearance, because when
Yeah.
Couch Hop crashes and burns, maybe
You've got your foot in the hot water.
people see me talking to you at a convention, they'll be like, oh, it's that guy that was on that one podcast.
You could be
Yeah,
a PA here.
absolutely you
That,
would.
that would
I
work
mean,
out, dude.
if that's
I'm
where
the
I get
PA
my
here.
foot in the door.
You're right. You
Where
could
do
be
you see
the
yourself
assistant
in?
PA.
I would say 10
PAs,
years, but
that'd
I'm
be
gonna have to
fun.
cut it to
Okay, okay.
5. 'cause of your
5 years?
life expectancy.
I don't know, dude. Where did you think
long
back?
do you expect to
What
live?
were you doing 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I was debating what I was going to do after college.
5 years is a long time.
I bet you
You
didn't finish.
You didn't.
I think it was a good choice.
Dropped out 2 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't need it.
5
Did you
years
go-
ago, I graduated from high school.
Wow.
Yeah, same.
How old is everyone at this table?
22.
24.
2, 3,
Did you
4.
submit at the same time?
2,
In
3,
the
4.
door.
Wow.
2, 3, 4. 43.
10.
Were you at
2010.
I noticed you did go to the Let's Play family reunion, though.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
That one you had to show
what
up.
do you
for.
choose?
I remember when you.
I didn't.
I texted you and you were. Are we allowed to talk about this? Does it matter?
Yeah, of course.
When I texted Steven and I was like, okay, are you on your way? And he's like, what? I thought it was in the afternoon. I'm in the shower, dude. And I was like, oh.
Podcast.
So are you not competing against us?
He was
And then
going
I
to be
got there
on
and you were there.
the game with your
I
Yeah,
was
we're
there.
supposed, to, we're
podcast
supposed to
with
play
him.
against each other.
So
or
what do you
something.
choose when you don't do something or when you do?
It's just like, does it sound annoying? Is it Rooster Teeth exploiting us? Is it anyone else exploiting us? How much complaining will I have to deal with internally to get the, even if I'm excited, maybe
Mhm.
I have to listen to everybody else complain. So I'm like,
Alex, always complaining.
It's so hard to imagine Couch Hop as like a moving.
Alex
machine.
is pretty game to do stuff.
Yeah.
I think he, after me, is probably, well, other than our editors who will do anything. Like Asher was like, I want to go. I want to go. And
I was
like,
thinking general
Well,
you're
too.
still-
What is their life outside the office? It's negligible.
I mean, this is very exciting for them to be asked to do anything.
I always think that it's beneficial to do as much as you can as well. That maybe as long as there's not one thing that'll actually hurt you by going on something that's just awful and everyone hates in general.
I think Bernie even mentioned that when we were in Austin the last time. He's like,
More you get
just
your
gotta
face
be
out there.
careful though.
Yeah,
what
definitely.
You do, yeah.
Definitely.
I think
Yeah.
you're right to opt in on a lot of stuff, and you guys are young and you're not horribly jaded by everything, so it's not like some huge cross to bear.
I mean, I
But
think
just don't get
YouTubers-
don't get exploited.
Yeah, I
Truly.
think that,
You know?
that was your best advice. from
I
years
think
back.
YouTubers React would definitely be. It's good promotion too.
Yeah, they're
And there's a lot of
massive.
stuff. I mean, I want to go out to like lunch with them and see how they run their business and try to pick up some tips and tricks of the trade, because I feel like that would be pretty useful.
What do you think your biggest question would be for them that would be useful for you in your day to
What are
day?
some secret little ways I can make money, big boy? That's all I want to know right now.
Money.
If I
My
could-
biggest question would probably be like, how big is the universe really?
And does it exist past?
They just
Earth.
found one of the biggest structures in the universe, and it would take 10 billion light years to cross it. Can you believe that? It's a cluster of galaxies.
I
Oh,
can't
well, that's
even
every
believe that.
supercluster.
Wrong, James. It's not like every other cluster. It's the biggest one, and they just found it.
But
Yeah,
also,
but
you
this
know,
is the
there's
biggest
this,
one.
there's this. Oh, that's crazy. There's this star that, you know, like how they observe whether or not a star has a planet
Yeah.
by like seeing the like blip of a shadow or whatever,
Right.
and they're like, oh, there's a planet orbiting that star.
Yeah.
So it was like really irregular blips. So they're like, what the fuck could this be that's like orbiting this star? And I forget what it's called, but they think, and this is just like a theory, that it's like this alien megastructure thing that like harnesses the energy of that sun and like
Cool.
is like
Like
surrounding.
rotating
It's like a
around the
massive like if you were to look at the plane that the Earth is orbiting the sun, it's like built on that plane, like surrounding the sun, almost like a huge like orb type thing.
Halo?
Like
If
a
in a
halo?
way. But
Perhaps.
the fact that scientists are like, at this point, that's all it could be, because like we haven't ever discovered anything that like acts that way surrounding a star. And I'm like,
Mhm.
geez, we're in weird times.
That would be
I'm
great.
just like,
Yeah,
it
with
would be great
Trump
to
and
not be
everything.
disappointed to hear that it was just
Trump.
some weird,
Trump,
space.
President Trump, President
Incredible grump.
Charles
So,
Dovin.
Charles Dovin.
What do you think about the TV show Ozark?
I haven't started it yet.
Ah.
Start
Please
it.
watch it.
It's
Please
so
watch it.
good.
I heard
dude.
you talking
I'm a
about
so
it.
good.
I've been waiting
I'm a
to
big
start
fan of
it.
it.
Love
Okay,
it.
so Jason
think-
Bateman's great.
He's great, and I think in dramatic roles, did we talk about this when I was over there at Couch Up?
We talked about Ozark, but I don't know if we talked about what you're about to say.
Steve
Um,
avidly hates it, but
it doesn't make sense. I don't
I don't
understand.
hate
agree.
it. I don't hate it.
You are
you
going back and
fucking
forth.
hate it.
You were
I
saying
hate
I hate
a
it. It's a
lot
bad
of
show.
wants to
Well,
hate it.
look, you
Just
Snapchatted
like
yourself
it. He's just a
watching it,
contrarian, dude.
and you said the show is not good. To say a show is not good, it means like it.
Its reviews are not good.
He loves
It
to
has
make
like an
these
8.7 or
blanket
something.
statements.
65% on Metacritic.
You love to make these blanket statements with no nuance, just to like provoke and be a contrarian.
Yeah.
You love to rather
Oh.
than be like, I didn't like the direction of this. I didn't like the way the storytelling went. You like to be like, it's a bad movie.
But
Like,
you
oh,
do have to
fucking
ask Steve. He'll say like I didn't like this, and I'll be like, why? What specifically didn't you like? And then he said I didn't like the writing, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, and I just disagree. I mean, there are some things I agree, but just not that like.
Yeah,
Not to that extent.
I
I
think
guess I
that
just
the
don't have
pros
many
of
cup
that
of teas.
show,
Cups
the
of tea.
pros of that show are like much. They
it's
weigh
so
out
good.
the cons.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Like,
Right.
I think that Jason Bateman not only is a very talented actor, like obviously comedian, but like when he goes in dramatic roles, I think comedic actors are some of the best dramatic actors because
Yeah.
like you have that range. But also as a director, he directed 4 of the episodes,
The
including
first
the
one too,
finale,
right?
the pilot and the finale. He directed,
Yeah.
and 2 other ones. And I'm just like, that's talent, like to be able to do that and like
Mhm.
have such a view and vision of the show as a whole while being a character in it. So like your mind is not only like on the production, but like as a character working in the story, you have like that view of it. It's really interesting.
I believe Jason Bateman's great. I think he's great in
Yeah.
the show, and I think he's a very talented guy.
Have you
I'm
guys
not
seen The
arguing
Gift?
that. The Gift is great.
The Gift is.
I haven't
have you
seen
seen
the
that?
gift, but with Ozark
seen
though, like it's tough not to compare it to
Breaking Bad.
because like there's
That's
so
fine.
many elements. It feels like to me, I was excited to compare it to that, not to go like, oh, this is a ripoff, but more so like this show feels like it's in the same universe as that, and
Yeah,
there
it's
are
almost another-
comparisons
I
with
just feel like
character
I would have
dynamic
been
and
excited
things like
about
that.
it
Coin.
like 10 years ago.
You would
yeah,
have been 14.
but here's the thing: I've never seen anything
Or
else
the
that
time
like.
before Breaking Bad.
There's nothing else that I watched that compared to Breaking Bad. Whereas this compared to it, and it was different enough, and it had a different storyline.
Yeah, I think the
and
tone
elements to it that I
is
liked.
different enough, and I think that like the story is very much so different. Like there are some aspects of like working
Character
in
dynamic
in the
and
drug
in the
world
drug
and stuff
world,
that like
yeah.
are just facts, so that if you have to portray it in a certain way or else it's inaccurate. So like there are those similarities, but other than that, like the story is very much so different enough. It's
And
just
it made
like
me cry.
It's
Did you cry
intense.
too?
I
2
definitely
times.
teared up a couple
2
times.
times
It's
I
just
cried
it
watching
gets
that
intense
show.
at certain points. Just watch it.
I will. I
Let's
will
talk about
watch
other
it.
things that we all like and Steve doesn't.
And we'll cut to a clip.
He's pretty.
Not if you look closely.
I
Oh
just
my
saw Wind
gosh.
River.
Wind River's great.
Yeah,
Have
you
guys
mentioned
seen
that. Any good?
I
Yeah, it's
love.
great.
I loved it. I
It's
think.
fantastic.
Yeah, we were talking about Taylor Sheridan. Like he his way of writing, you had a couple comments on it that I like semi agreed with, just in the sense that like sometimes he draws on conversations a little bit long, but I think that he really captures like the realism of conversations and how in a perfect world they would end at a certain point, but if you're trying to capture that real, like how people talk, sometimes it's not ended perfectly, or like you kind of go in directions that like it was not necessary and shit like that. And like I like that type of dialogue where it's like literally it's as if you're sitting down fucking watching two people talking, and how like they'll cut each other off
rather than there being a perfect script of
and an arc in a
Yeah,
conversation.
that's exactly what I
and
meant
stuff.
with that, because I also enjoy that when that happens in scripts too. I like it when it seems real. But I mean, the moment I
You
was
didn't
talking
like Mindhunter's dialogue either.
I haven't seen that.
about,
Either.
granted,
don't
I
like
only
that
watched
show
the
either.
first episode, but I didn't like the relationship between.
Oh my God,
I didn't like the relationship between the girl
first
and the guy. I thought it was so cringy. She
It was,
was
like,
a terrible
forced.
Yeah,
character.
That's what they're like. It's just an
I
awkward.
heard the show gets better though.
The show's great, and it does get better than the first episode. But that's another situation that where like the dialogue and the characters, like it's not always like smooth, like snappy dialogue. It's
This
like
wasn't.
he's
that.
like a
I just
weird
think it has to-
introvert, and she's like very abrasive, and like their relationship is like that the entire season.
And that's good, and that's usually you should have two characters that are interacting that are different like that, because then you're not just watching two of the same people talk. But like, I agree. Like I watched the first couple episodes, and I was just kind of like, the first episode was so boring. Like it was just so like, it was just a dump of like, here's the situation, here's the era, here's what's going on, and then it was like,
To try to get you enthralled in the world. I fucking
it-
hate that.
I
I
too.
was most
didn't.
excited about the rest of the show being like that opening scene. That's what I wanted.
I didn't like the opening scene, and I liked the rest of.
oh,
that
I think that
season.
was so. Cause did Fincher direct the first episode?
Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
comes back.
that
and directs
first
the
scene
end.
is so Fincher. Like that's
Yeah.
that first interaction with the guy, with the gargoyle.
Does the rest of the show follow that same kind of camera style where it just follows the person?
Yeah.
I think it was the nerd writer that did a video on that. I don't know if you saw that,
No.
where he mentioned that how David Fincher shoots, and they have to rehearse it probably quite a bit.
You talked to me about this,
where-
yeah.
Say a person sits up, he'll have the camera move at their exact pace, and it like you'd hear that and you'd think, how are you supposed to relate to the story if it seems so rehearsed? But in a way, following the character for some reason makes it more relatable than if they didn't do that.
Well, he makes
love
the
that.
moment.
super technical.
so like if you
and
look at like
super-
different ways of like cameras and like camera placement and camera movement and how it'll correlate with the story or whatever like emotion is being put out in the scene and stuff, like he creates a camera that's like omniscient, where it's like all seeing. So
Yeah.
it's basically like the camera is God in the sense that like he does certain camera movements that like shouldn't make sense, like he'll go like through the keyhole or something.
Yeah.
I
And shit
love
like that it's
too.
just like the camera's not a character, the camera is seeing everything. So it's like he does a lot of the story where it's like the audience knows more than the characters in the movie, but not always. Like with Gone Girl, it wasn't really like that. It was like very much so similar up until the midpoint of Gone Girl, where it's revealed that she's
So
fucking
Zaragoza
me.
and Rain in the other room, we were talking about David Fincher movies earlier today, and they were so pissed at my top 5 Fincher movies. They were so pissed, especially because of my number 1.
Which
Do we share the same number one?
No, probably not. I don't feel like my number 1's anyone's number 1 for that. No, that's actually my number 3.
What are they?
Now that I
What's your
think- I
top
didn't
5?
mention
Just
over
say
there
it.
'cause I
Why
forgot
don't you
about
just say what it is?
Oh,
I'm
Girl with
curious.
the Dragon Tattoo is my number 1.
Oh, it's
Fincher
really
movie.
good. I love that.
I think that's like
Yeah.
my number 5. I like it a lot. I have to watch it again. I've only seen
What are your
like
top
a
fives?
handful of
I
I
don't know
love
what-
Winter Murder Mysteries. Top 5, I would go Girl with the Dragon Tattoo,
Great movie.
7 even still.
It's amazing.
3, Zodiac, absolutely. 4, Gone Girl, and 5, I would never put Benjamin Button anywhere on that list, but I would probably put Social Network.
I
I love
love
Social
that
Network.
movie.
I would say my number 1
Love
is
that
Alien
movie.
3. Just kidding.
Ugh.
No, I
Elf.
think Elf. No, Alien 3 was actually directed by David Fincher.
Really?
But he just owned it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think my favorite would be Gone Girl, just because it was such a refreshing like type of, I don't know, I'm sure it's been done or similar, but like I just love that movie. That's my favorite. Then I think Zodiac, then Social Network, then I'm not like, I like 7 and Fight Club, but I think that they're just like,
Yeah, Fight Club's not even on my top
they're just
5.
too like,
I love Fight Club.
these movies are like the best to me.
Oh, and
like
it
They're
just
so
wears on you?
they're so
Yeah.
cult classic
Yeah,
that you feel
yeah.
forced to love it.
Oh, the game is really fucking
I haven't
good.
seen the game.
Oh my gosh, the game is so good.
I was gonna also, you
You also
and
need to
Cat
finish
Chopper.
Mindhunter. What?
Huh? You need to finish Mindhunter?
Yeah, you
Oh.
should too. If
I
you like
will. I
Zodiac, the
promise
rest of
I
that
will.
season plays out well.
I was gonna ask you what you're planning on doing with Cat Chop, because you guys have started putting out like really high production skits.
Good shit on that, man.
Yeah.
I saw that first one where you guys went out to the desert, and I was
That was really well
impressed.
shot
It was
and-
awesome.
Thank
Very
you.
cool.
Well, it's good to have good company,
Mhm.
you know, in this space.
Did you use
and
Turo to rent
get
that Lambo?
us, huh?
Did you use Turo to rent that Lambo?
I don't remember. We looked on there, but then he found it through some even cheaper source.
What the
People
fuck?
were giving us shit about the money we spent on it, and it was really
They
not
were giving you shit
expensive
about
at
But,
all.
production quality?
but that was the whole purpose. You were showing what you could do if you
People-
had
some
more money.
People didn't get it. Not many.
Like,
Just
were
those
people
vocal.
like, oh, why are you just spending all our money that we're
Oh.
giving you on that or whatever?
They're like, if you wanted to show you had no money, I don't know why you rented a Lambo. It's like, but this is the
To
point.
show
like,
you. That's
oh, look, here's production value, and then
Exactly.
like, look how it falls apart. Like,
It's just
so
funny how
stupid
like
that anyone could
people
think
don't understand like production value and like the fact that like the areas that you actually have to spend money in a produced short or a film or whatever were to actually make it look legit.
Yeah, now if that Patreon money were going towards an actual Lambo for somebody, that's a little different.
right.
Yeah.
But
Very different price.
yeah, exactly. But
$400 a day versus $240,000.
Quick question: did you guys a while back? I asked you guys if you ever saw that movie, and then I described it because I don't remember what it's called. But it had Shia LaBeouf, and it was like they were basically all homeless. and-
American Honey.
Is that what it is? American Honey? Did you guys see it?
I
Yeah,
haven't
that is
seen
it.
it yet.
It's amazing.
I actually was working at ArcLight Hollywood, the movie theater, when
I
that movie
need
was
you guys
in.
to see it.
The reason that I didn't want to see it is because it's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I know, but you love it, dude.
Oh.
I
That's
wanted
just
more.
so
By the
long
time
for
it
a
was
movie.
done, I was
That's
like,
like a Scorsese epic like length. That's
you
like
love every
really
fucking minute of
long.
it, dude. I love that movie, and I want to watch it again.
I hope
have
if I ever
3
become a
hours to go.
filmmaker someday, that I never, if I do really well or something, that I never feel egotistical enough to feel like my movies can be that long.
I think you can if you make it worthwhile. Like I think Scorsese's films like fucking Wolf of Wall Street
Yeah.
is a masterpiece and it's 3 hours long. Like sometimes you need in order to, especially like
to tell that story
actual
properly.
like based on true stories and like biopics and stuff like that, you have to make
Yeah.
them. You have to fit enough of everything, and you're still gonna leave out so much because it's based on a true story.
even that new Blade Runner is like 2 hours and 45
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I heard every second of that was great.
It's really
I
good.
just saw
You guys should see
the
that.
original Blade Runner for the first time like about a month ago.
A lot of people I know did.
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
mean,
it either.
was
I
one of
haven't
those.
seen it.
It was one of those films where like it was on my list for so long and I just never got around to seeing it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I love the
first one?
style. The style and the sound design and the concepts are great. I'm very on the fence with Ridley Scott, though. I think that he is very much so like he'll have really cool ideas and stuff, but he doesn't know how to like articulate them perfectly, and especially early in his career. Like besides the original Alien, which I think is a perfect film, and Gladiator, but like that was a little bit later. But like sometimes he just like
He feels like a moments director.
yeah, oh yeah. And like the world that you create in Blade Runner is awesome, and it works. It definitely like works.
The world in Prometheus is awesome too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think we've even talked about this. Like, Prometheus, I think should have been very far away from the Alien franchise. Like, it should have been still
Like,
part of the
even
frame.
more.
Yeah, like they shouldn't have had that alien at the end. Like, that just shouldn't have been there because it was like a forced like connection.
Fan service
almost.
kind of
Yeah,
thing,
It
yeah.
was exactly like a fan service.
Same with Alien Covenant. If it was just called Covenant and it was just about them discovering the planet and the continuation of Prometheus without the xenomorph and everything, I think it would have been great.
Yeah,
Or
if they didn't like, because I feel like in order to properly like pacing wise in a story, like to have it go from Prometheus instantly to like from the moment of discovering that aliens exist and that they might have created human beings to the point where now you have an android who is creating other aliens, like that happened in the span of like what 20 years. I'm just like, it went 0 to 100 real quick.
It's just unreal. So you are doing more high production things.
Yeah.
Do you have plans for where you're going to take that? Like, do you have long-term plans like we sort of do with short films and feature films and everything?
No, not really. I mean, it's really difficult to fit it into like your normal production schedules. I'm sure you're aware, right? Like
No, super easy.
and like I know the Woods kind of kicked your guys' ass, and those
Holy
definitely
fuck.
kicked
I
our
crashed
ass
my car
last
because of
month.
it.
Because of it. You were just driving one day.
I don't like it.
I don't like my car.
Yeah. But it's tough. It's like it's for us. I mean, at this point, like we're doing daily content or whatever, and we've got our little schedule, but it's really easy to disrupt it. And doing even those 2 shorts, it's like that was pretty in the Patreon
brutal.
thing, which it's hard. So I don't know. It's nice to say. I'd love to like keep doing stuff, and it's fun. I think on a personal level. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like when you get a chance to kind of explore something for yourself artistically, like when you did the Water Warriors episode, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like it had like it's in the tone of the stuff, but it had sort of like your thumbprint on it, right? Or
Absolutely.
for lack of a better term, but like it's fun. And so like for those two, it's like Alex kind of doing the Patreon or me doing ad friendly, and then Jacob kind of doing the Minecraft one. It's like a nice little project where you can kind of express yourself more so than like your average like gameplay video or
Absolutely.
When you
anything
do
like
passion
that.
projects like that, do you ever feel the come down of losing or not working on something you're really passionate about, and then it sort of bleeds into your everyday work?
and you start to do
That happened with me after the woods. I was so psyched about what I was editing.
Yeah.
And then suddenly when I started working on the vlogs again, I was like not that much into it.
But then you
Yeah.
actually turned that around, and we started doing like more cinematic
Yeah,
shit into
'cause
the
I wanted
vlogs, which
to-
was
yeah.
cool. It was
Yeah,
a
I
good
noticed that a little
good
bit.
job on doing something with that.
Oh yeah, I've been editing the past I think like 7 or 8 videos.
That's so crazy.
Because I've
Why?
been either sick or moving, and now she's in Phoenix.
Yes!
Get to go to Austin.
I can't
I was the
wait.
only one that didn't know she was going to Phoenix.
I didn't know either.
I knew.
Did you know?
I bought her the ticket.
How did Sammy Joe know?
That okay.
She
they
told
were gonna
me.
do
They
drunk
had
bowling.
some girls' night planned.
Yeah, they're going tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
They're going
Yeah.
drunk.
I knew
bowling.
that. I knew they
Drunk
had that.
bowling. They just fucking keep hitting each other with bowling balls.
They're playing catch with
It's a
them.
medicine ball.
Here, I'll catch it.
But it's got to be hard for you guys though too, where it's like, again, like on your day-to-day couch hop video, right? Like, a lot of them are just really like insular, right? Like you record a
Insular,
string of
yeah.
like Jackbox party games, like it doesn't matter. Or
Jack in the
you
Box.
Record Jack in the Box, yeah. You do a podcast,
Eat
whatever.
Jack in the Box.
But it's not so much like the couch hop cinematic universe realized day to day to day to day, right? And
Yeah.
that's like part of the ease. Is like maybe we have consistency and volume, but it's not like always trying to tell a story. Whereas like with you guys, you can do those diversions, but like again, like now Parker appearing on that last episode or something, where it's like I feel like you're always trying to shape the story arc, and so I imagine there's a lot more challenges with that too, while also being like, how do we do a higher than normal version of that?
Yeah.
And like the woods, like does it have to tie in? You guys are like, no, it's not part of the universe, right?
Yeah. I think that it's actually easier to do story stuff. We struggle more when we're like, what's a random video we
Yeah.
can throw together? And that's where like, obviously the writing the bits and like it works out and we still have fun doing them, but we're much more proud and we're like, we have a better workflow when we have a story to follow through. So like we get a lot more done.
Yeah, I think one of
with
the
story.
recently was one of the first videos we ever cut. We
Mhm.
were just like,
Yeah.
That
And
was-
like maybe in the moment, like I remember Kib and I were like, oh no, we can like still salvage some
Yeah,
stuff. But
I
then
was like
afterwards, I was
annoyed,
thinking
but
about
then
it,
I
and
thought
was
about
like,
it too.
Yeah, I was like, no, it just wasn't good.
it
Like
was
there were
the-
funny
It's
bits.
good
We
to get that,
laughed.
though.
It was
Yeah,
the roast
no, it-
video.
Yeah.
Oh, I did,
Your
they did get
roast
cut.
video.
we literally we
Yeah,
filmed
like,
an
had to
entire
cut it.
roast
We had to
video.
cut it, dude.
Yeah,
And
he
it was
sent me a
just like-
preview. He's like, haha, look, we're doing it. And I was like,
Oh, I didn't send him a preview of any footage.
it was
so
just,
luckily.
it just said the
roast.
just said the
roast
woods.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could still do that, but the way we did it, we didn't feel good about it afterwards. And like at first I was like, we laughed so many times. There's still like, if we laugh hard, I get crazy. That's my favorite thing. It's just when we laugh, I'm like, oh, it's gold.
I
But
go
then I thought
crazy.
about it too. Like
I hate
after
the
I
way
went
we
home, I
sound.
was like, yeah. I was like, I trust Steve's judgment on that too.
Yeah.
Like,
about it when you went home?
yeah. I was pissed, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I've been annoyed
Dude,
the past
I
couple
feel
days.
like I
don't know why.
don't know you anymore.
Because I wasn't pissed, but I was like, I thought it was really good. I disagree. But then I thought about it and I was like,
I think it was
Yeah.
there were good moments in it, but the overall like shell of it wasn't really there.
We're not Ridley Scott.
true. Yeah, I know. And I thought about how you
Speak
said,
for yourself.
can we talk about like with the character dynamic that we wanted to like stray away from? So the past while, a lot of our comedy has relied on us being like self-deprecating or like making fun of each other to make like jokes about
Like
each other, which
fighting
has
and
still
shit,
worked
yeah.
and it's been funny, but then we don't have as much camaraderie. And I think we miss that. And so like that roast was like the epitome of it. We were literally making fun of each other. So like that, I thought about that too. And I was like, yeah,
It was
Well, I
kind of
didn't think
it was kind of like a good moment for us to it really hit us to like, oh, we shouldn't do this anymore. Like
Yeah.
we had been talking about that and stuff,
Yeah.
and then finally we were like, oh, it just was a bad video.
And then we went out roller skating and had a
And
blast.
had a blast.
of time.
that was
Blasty
awesome.
blast.
Exactly.
Dude,
I
there's
got
a
ass
roller skating
blasted.
rink. We went to the same one that they filmed The Office at.
Yeah, remember that episode when
Yeah.
they go and then
Where is that?
play
Is it
Dave
like a-
Matthews.
10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Bow.
Yeah.
No hits.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh, guys, James, can I get the bag to your right, amongst other things?
Unfortunately not. I shit in it.
Okay, well,
Damn.
let's get it real quick.
Okay.
Even with the shit. So, Brett, not to rub it in your face, but we do have another sponsor.
That's
great.
2.
10
Brett.
more. 2 out of
That's
19.
two.
This looks pretty cool, right?
sponsors.
What is it?
And if you don't see
What
audio
in the
listeners,
world is it?
this is a very, very nice bag. It actually looks really expensive.
I love
Hopefully
it.
I get to keep this. If
I'll
not,
take it.
damn it.
It's yours.
Damn it.
If they send us anything, I keep it. They never get it back.
Okay, cool.
Just live that
Yeah.
Live
way.
your life, you know.
And then check out this. So,
What are these?
Baggy.
Pharmaceutical?
the podcast is actually also sponsored by Bespoke. How about that?
How about that?
Bespoke is a subscription club that offers monthly themed boxes curated from unique and upcoming brands around the world. This is a good example of that. It's a beautiful. Would this be called a duffel bag?
Wow.
I'm gonna use this for Austin.
Man purse.
It's a little classier than a duffel bag.
What's it called? Like a
A man
Windbreaker.
A wind.
A windbreaker.
A
Yes.
beanie? Is that a beanie?
Is this what they would call a beanie?
It even has a latch in it too. That's awesome. So there are a wide variety of box themes, Brett, as you look at that. There's style, grooming, cooking, drinking, travel. They cover all the bases. Well, the good news is there's no commitment whatsoever. They tell you what box you're assigned on the first of each month, and you have 5 days to keep it, switch it, or skip it.
Can I keep this? This beard and face
I
wash.
kind of need it.
For what? Top of your
For
head?
that.
Oh,
Yeah, you can keep that, sure.
Right.
So you can visit bespoke.com and answer a few short questions that'll help them gauge your interests and get a feel for the boxes that'll vibe with your style. Each subscription box goes for only $45 a month with more than $70 worth of goods inside. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, you go to bespoke.com and enter promo code PINE at checkout. That's 20% off your first at BESPOKE post.com. Promo code PINE. Guys, say it with me.
Pine.
Thank you.
Pine,
Bespoke
baby.
Post. Theme boxes for guys that give a damn. I like that.
Me too.
That's a cool slogan for guys that give a damn.
And you know what? We all give a damn. Don't know about Brett, but we give a damn. Brett?
I give a damn.
I give a damn.
Brett gives
I
a
like all this
damn.
stuff.
Brett,
It's
you
cool.
dress cool.
Hey, you dress cool.
You got
Everyone
cool-
here has got pretty good style, pretty good taste.
Where can you get me one of
I
those
think this is
hats?
actually a service I would use.
You know
It's
where
like
do
a
you
cool thing.
You know what's funny is Rooster Teeth brought a bunch of like sample things. You know where they're like, hey, do you like these kinds of hats or whatever?
Oh, and they let you keep that?
No, they didn't actually. They took it with them.
Okay,
and
because
I had to get my own.
I was gonna say because I was gonna take one that they had brought. They brought a fucking bag full of hats, and I was like, "Can I have any of these?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "All right."
Same. So then when they asked me to go do Tuesday night game nights, I'm like, oh well, okay, I guess they should have given me the hat. You know,
Even though
maybe
that happened after.
one free. Yeah.
Just say I'll remember this.
Who
You're
does
right.
Couch Hop collab with? Do you guys see yourselves?
You
as like
guys
a-
and Funhouse,
That's it.
and there's people we would, but
Do you think
Billy.
Rooster
Don't
Teeth
live around.
wants there to be like a cinematic universe between all the different brands?
Why do I get put on the spot for this?
Oh, I
Do
didn't
you think
this
when
was
you
a-
when you went to the Let's Play family reunion, did you think, I see Rooster Teeth building a cinematic universe, and then you said, is this on the podcast? Can I talk candidly? I can't tell which parts are going on the podcast.
Well, if
right
you don't
now.
want us to put anything in, just
Yeah, you
don't.
can
say
No,
Don't
it.
no,
put
it's
this in.
fine. I just feel like I complain a lot sometimes.
That's
I feel
okay.
I feel like sometimes they get ahead of themselves, and this isn't like a crazy criticism because that's the point, right? It's like everyone on the Let's Play family is supposed to be this, and it's always supposed to be cohesive. But it's like a lot of us don't know everybody in there. You don't come across paths that often, so sometimes it's easy for things to be forced, right?
Yeah.
So
Some of
it's
us
like,
aren't even gamers.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, come play a
Emotion
video
to me.
game and play Call of Duty or something, or like I don't know, kind of funny. Like I don't really talk, but like I see you guys. You guys are my friends. We actually like collaborating with you. You guys live in the same city. Funhouse, same deal, right? It's like
Yeah.
I wish there was more. They want it to be all this one gigantic piece of machinery,
Family,
but it
perhaps.
doesn't
The
function
Let's
like
Play
that.
family.
Well,
Yeah, well, that's
it's a business, right?
I
And
know
so
what you
in
mean,
their vision, it's like, oh, every piece fits together perfectly, and it's like, I don't know, that doesn't need to happen for it to be, like
Yeah.
Achievement Hunter likes hanging out with Funhouse, great. If we like hanging out with you guys, great. Or like just
Well,
let
Rooster Teeth,
people.
we like hanging out with everyone, so that's how we're better than Couch Up.
So if you guys have a budget that you're going to give them, I guess allocate it.
We
or-
didn't get a
you know-
budget.
You know that we'll do it.
Or
We'll,
if you have a future budget
we'll be
plan.
part of the family.
So leave a comment in the section below.
In the sex below.
Rooster Teeth, don't watch any of this. I didn't say any of this. They made me do it. They said, Brett, complain about all these things for us because you're the guest and we don't want to get in trouble.
Hey, kid.
We want to make the woods too.
I was wrongly accused.
Oh no!
Do you guys get that?
Do you remember?
Thank you for coming to the woods. Meant a lot, Brett.
Oh, the premiere. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't go to the woods. What are you
Just
talking
any
about?
woods.
Going to any
Thanks for
woods.
meeting me at the
Thanks
woods.
for going in the
Thank you
woods.
for going into the woods. Yeah, absolutely.
So I owe you. Actually, you know what? I was.
You
gonna
owe me
bring-
for bringing you out here. You owe me for going to the woods, for coming here today on a Saturday.
I also owe
driving
you
half
for
an hour
all
in
the times I've
traffic.
inconvenienced you and your people
Yeah,
at Couch
that's-
Shop. There's countless times. I
that's
feel like I'm
true.
always, whenever we set something up, I'll take your SD card.
Yep.
Which
I
actually-
still don't have. Thanks.
So, well, I have it right over there, I think. Also, Alex never recorded audio to it.
Oh, when we did the tennis
I
thing?
think
Yeah.
you didn't record the audio.
No,
'Cause he knows how to use that thing. He uses it all the time.
Yet. Yours
No,
was the
you
one that
ended up-
didn't have audio. The
Yeah.
one that he set up for you guys.
I don't know.
You spent so
Maybe
long.
if you had your own field recorder and
We
didn't
did.
have to bring.
Yeah, we did.
We
Well,
used
where was
ours.
it?
We used
What
ours.
did
We
you
did
borrow
yours.
from us?
Your-
an SD card to get the audio that you guys recorded onto
We
it.
brought. Then we brought a field recorder.
So
Yes.
here's what.
And
Here's
you
the
recorded
I
situation.
actually don't
onto it.
care, and I'm gonna just take your word at it.
But
'cause
here's
I
the
didn't do
situation.
anything to do with it.
I want you to feel a little bit bad about it,
And
and then I
remember-
want to apologize for making you feel bad.
Yeah.
You guys brought a field recorder
You
because
want-
we only had one, which records 2 people.
Okay.
We need you to bring yours and an SD card to record your audio
Granted,
for
it was
us.
short notice.
You said
Which
come
one?
out to the valley in the middle of a work day, drive 45 minutes to come be in our.
You're
boat.
right. You're
We
right.
don't have an SD card, and we need you to bring equipment. And we said, sure, we'll stop what we're doing. We'll drive 45 minutes to the
You're
valley
right.
in rush hour, And here's the thing.
And this is what happened. You guys recorded your audio, but you didn't record the audio. That's okay. And then you gave us the SD card. We bore the SD card to get your audio for the
Alex
video.
did not
And there were just
record-
so
And there was
many
just
images on it.
there was-
Also, I missed Alex's birthday.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
So that's
honestly,
fair. That's fair.
So I made that whole
You
text
broke a
group.
mop.
I broke a mop. Just a
Wait.
little chip off of it. It cuts hands now.
The reason I missed Alex's birthday, okay, this is actually important.
I
The
don't-
reason I missed Alex's birthday is because I made a text group where I invited everybody from both Funhouse Couch Hop and you guys into it, and that was the biggest mistake of my life because I thought it was going to be very cohesive. I thought everybody was just going to not like.
Why did you think that? You're like Rooster Teeth thinking that all the little
Yeah.
pieces are going to magically fit together.
I guess I just thought we were all adults, you know? And then suddenly text, only Kib for like 10 texts in a row.
No.
I
Come
could go
on.
back easily.
For what? What did I say?
And I just ignored it after that.
What
And
did
then
I say?
I guess Alex posted in there, didn't message anyone privately and said, I'm having a birthday party tonight. Missed it completely.
No, dude. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus here, but Alex just brought you and me into a chat
That's
and
true.
said, "Hey,
That
come to my
is-
birthday,"
that
and
is
none of us
true.
replied.
Yeah, that's true.
You must have.
Yeah,
thought that
it was
Oh, I didn't want to. That's
He made a new chat with just you and I.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
That was a
so
long way of you.
You don't have
getting
to put that
saying,
in.
I'm a piece of shit. And I
Dude,
didn't
you
get
just got
over it.
wrecked.
I got fucking
You don't have to put that in if you want to, dude.
No, he has to. He has to.
See, I don't get offended by that kind of shit, Kib,
No, that's different.
because I take
No,
my
that's different.
fault.
That wasn't an
And I
insult
understand
on
them.
your intellect.
It is.
An
It
unnecessary-
was,
No, it
because
wasn't.
It's an insult on my memory.
Which is more than
just
an
like
Not
your
what I was
attention,
targeting,
really.
but
Well,
more
it's. I mean, I wasn't targeting your intellect. by
Yes, you
saying-
were.
No, I was targeting.
I'm targeting
Every
I was
day.
targeting you misspeaking.
I would like to desensitize this situation.
No, I want to escalate it.
Hey,
I'm
lucky
just
I can't
stressed.
turn my head
I'm
left,
just
bitch,
stressed,
'cause of the
dude.
accident.
Let's read some iTunes reviews.
You can get the podcast on Rooster Teeth first, a day or two behind. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's probably 48 hours actually.
yeah. But
So
What,
you-
what's the advantage of getting Rooster Teeth first for you guys?
For us,
Yeah.
We got a gaming channel. We have a bloopers series that we
we
put
have
up
short
there.
films we put up there
Like
that are
what?
a week before, like The Woods.
The pub.
let's pine, baby. So
That's-
basically,
that's
Brett,
pretty good value.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
$29.49.
Whatever it
per
costs
day.
a RT First subscription is.
A
But
video.
The trick, please, if you're watching this and you have an RT First account and you signed up using our code,
Is to
which is
use,
SP7.
the
use
code,
it-
the cow chop code, probably.
the trick-
Just
the
kidding.
trick-
Don't. Sorry. I'm sorry.
The trick is to keep your subscription after the month. Please.
Yeah, don't sign up with a fake credit card.
Yeah, it's like
'cause that's
$2.99, right?
Fucking stupid.
That's
And the
fucking
cool thing
stupid.
also, for anybody who doesn't have a credit card and they don't want to use the parents' credit card,
Yeah.
you can actually sign up using your PayPal account now.
I've been complaining about no PayPal for 9 months.
Well, it looks like they
Wow.
finally listened.
I've been complaining that their forum doesn't have a search function.
their website
And they're
is
working on that
bad.
though, right?
So they're changing it, yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a beta soon.
I've been complaining because the AC in my house is a little off.
I've been complaining because my feet hurt.
My feet are
I'll
fucking
tell you
swollen,
right
man.
now. I've been walking and walking, and I don't know how long I'm gonna do it.
Let's read the
So
first review.
let's read some
What are
iTunes
you doing
reviews.
now? You're reading a
Reading
review
iTunes
of,
reviews.
of this?
So yeah, if you want to leave us a review on iTunes, all you have to do is go to our Beyond the Pine link
Is
in
this
the
for
description.
a specific episode?
No, we just
In
people
general.
leave us reviews, and usually they're 5 stars, sometimes they're
It's
1.
for the community to feel as though they're more involved in the actual podcast. perhaps.
I like when you do this voice. It's my favorite kid voice.
Yes, actually, it's probably my favorite kid voice as well because I really get to articulate and just be coherent with my speech, which is nice.
Yeah,
And it's funny because you're still kind of off sometimes with the things you say.
Well, I disagree, but you're allowed to have an opinion on the
I
matter
like
as
his
well.
tone when he's using the voice too. It's good.
Oh, I disagree.
read the goddamn review, Pungy.
Wow.
Read it,
he was
Pugny.
talking.
Read it, Pungly.
Just interrupts every time, Brett, you do this.
God, you're so fucking hung.
It's true.
All right, so this is a nice review from. All right.
Sorry, it was him.
This is a nice review from eBurger75, and it's directed towards me, and I was very flattered by it, and I'm glad that I could inspire somebody.
What?
So it's called James is an Inspiration to Me. As a 20-year-old Christian guy aspiring to be an entertainer and a content creator, I often feel that I have to put my faith aside for entertainment or entertainment aside for faith. After seeing James through SB7 and Beyond the Pine, he's become a role model for me. Seeing someone pursue faith and entertainment is rare, but it is very inspiring to me. Thank you, James. Thank you, eBurger. I'm glad.
And I'd also disagree with you. There's a large majority of a Jewish community in the entertainment industry, specifically the
Oh, he's talking
acting and
specifically
film
about
world.
Christian, though, because he's Christian.
Well, be more specific.
Well, a lot of
He said
a
as
lot
a
of the
20-year-old
Jews of
Christian-
Hollywood
Christian
are
guy.
non-practicing, like Joel Rubin. It's more about
Harvey
tradition. It's
Weinstein.
not so much that he believes in God.
Yeah, it's more so like ethnicity, like where they're from and stuff like that. Yeah, culture.
So think about that, I guess.
I didn't think.
Food for thought.
I didn't think.
Food for thought.
I think there's a lot of pressure to not talk about your faith in this industry. So I know you're not really paying attention, but
What did you
No, I'm
say?
paying attention.
good for you for
Thanks, man.
fucking getting that out there.
Yeah,
Do you think
and
it's
I'm not
gotten
like
a little easier though compared to what it was.
I just
Now?
I think now the instinctive reaction to someone being like, dude, I'm super into Jesus, people would be like, ooh,
Worse now than ever. Would
are
you
you
say?
going to talk about it
I'd say
now?
so.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd say so.
Really?
I think that like the divisiveness in the country too, and a lot of people associate Christians with right wing and
yes.
conservatives and stuff.
Right.
And obviously, a lot of conservatives don't have or a lot of anybody don't really have good views on like conservative people and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like grouping that's going on today as far as like looking at as much as people like to say that they judge people individually, there is a lot of like looking at a blanket group of a person or a group of people and being like, oh, they're all like that. But I'm Christian and I try to just be like open and accepting to shit.
And a lot of people will think like, oh, if you're Christian, you're an extremist.
Yeah.
Version of that, which is not the case always.
Yeah,
Sure,
people
yeah.
think about like any group of things, and like the guy who did that shooting in Texas at a church, he was an extremist atheist. Like he was like involved online, hardcore, like talking about atheists and how Christians were like really stupid, and anyone who believed in God and stuff was like stupid, literally to the point where he killed people at a church. So it's like not even religion can cause extremism.
Now
and
this
shit
could
like
be
that.
extremely stupid, and I'm just willing to take the flack for it. Serious question. I'm laughing just because it could be really stupid.
Go
but
for
like
it.
with like terrorists and stuff, do you think that a lot of the terrorists that like do like come to the States and do terrorist activities are just extremists of whatever religion or group that they're in, and then there's a big majority of people that are just like normal, like everyday people in that religion or whatever?
It's a mix of religion and culture.
Yeah,
do you
definitely.
think that they're just the
definitely.
extremists?
Because
And
like I mean,
Certain extremists, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely. I mean, there can be extremism in everything, but I think that comes down to the individual or the group. Because like if you look at like for example like whatever holy books like a religion will follow, most of the time it's not telling people to kill other people. Some do.
Also, sometimes it transcends religion and more follows along the lines of Western, hating Western culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
sort of thing. That's another reason sometimes there are extremist acts.
Mm-hmm.
Nice review from this person. Literally the subject was nice. And from Burton Backpacker, and I exited out. And it says, you guys are okay. 5 stars.
Pass me that, baby. 100, 100, 100 says I have a 5-star rating.
Not his real name.
Quality content, except their strong opinions and support of Scientology, may turn off certain viewers. I may have been following Septic's sense of humor and try not to laugh challenges, and SB7 is definitely a step up.
Wait, what?
Why do you say I may have
I
been?
think
You
the wording was
support
definitely weird. I don't think we have
Scientology?
to.
Is that
I don't
what
think we
he's
have to really gloss over it. I think we can just
Yeah.
take it for what it is, face value.
But other than the accusation of us supporting Scientology,
The acquisition, yeah.
accusation, I said.
Acne treatment.
I says.
I'd like to. Wow.
Would you like to read one?
I would like to read one. It will help
Or you can actually
elevate
do
this
your
from
own.
like a circle jerk. I'll read it as a third party. I am the voice of the community, and I will say.
Read the last one. It's actually from 23 hours ago.
It's actually from 2013.
Only Best Friends says, "Hey there, Pinaboo here. I love the show, love the podcast, and look forward to every episode released. I get more joy out of this series than most shows with all the bling bling production. And you know your friend loves you when they recommend you Sugar Pine 7. My friend of 4 out of 5 years, I don't know what that means, and continued, gave me this gem of YouTube. And just want to thank you guys as the creators as well as her. Here's to peace."
Here's to peas. Vape it up, boys.
Vape it, clink, clink, clink.
I think we have some new merch available too. I think we have some
When
sippy
is
cups.
Rooster Teeth gonna send me some Sugar Pine 7 merch?
Oh
I had to
my God.
buy a poster for
You can
myself.
take some. We can have a Woods poster if you
Yeah.
want.
I just
We
bought
might
one.
have some
you
Let's
really?
Get Peas
Yeah.
How do you
Woods?
how'd
No,
you
they're not
buy a
for
Woods
sale.
poster? They're not for sale. You son
I
of a bitch.
meant fucking that one
Sugar Pine 7 on the right.
with the cabin in the
Oh,
woods.
that's
Yeah.
the only one we have.
How about a Cabin in the Woods poster?
That crazy is on the the only one you have here.
The crazy one, yeah, that was a very limited run.
I would like
Bubble Gut.
a regular logo T-shirt and one of those fun silly pints.
I want one
well,
of those too. Those are cool. I
unfortunately-
had 2. I had a couch up one and a funhouse one, and then Steve threw them out.
They only go up to large.
And the candy in the office he threw out also.
Are you extra large?
800
I'm
pieces
large.
of candy.
A large? Oh, we have one that'll fit you. Absolutely. Sweet.
A shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he meant the cup. Right?
Oh, the
But I
sippy
also
cup.
want a
We only
cup.
have a large. Yeah.
I'll
Like
take the
this
large,
big?
the large sippy cup.
Or
please.
perhaps this big.
When you get more merch.
I don't know. We really want to do this cool hoodie idea that we had.
Yeah. You're
Get
telling me
over it,
right
dude. It's not happening.
But
Q1, is that happening?
we're hoping Q1
Yeah.
because it's going to be our coolest merch yet. We're just that's the thing I think we're most excited about.
I'm
merch.
excited for that
Mhm.
one. Also, there's a Water Warrior shirt coming out Q1, which is gonna be cool.
Nice.
There's
It's the same shape as the gold Let's Get Peas one, which is an awesome shirt. Just the,
the cut
shape
of
of
like
it.
the-
Yep.
Yeah. So
there's
those
a
kids are wearing it.
headband
Did I
coming
show
out
you
one
the
of these
final Water
days.
Warrior
Yeah,
shirt?
what the hell?
Not entirely sure what Q, but the headband will be coming out.
Q8,
Q19,
which is 2 years from now.
Q19
Well,
someday.
Brett, I hope you're able to get some sleep tonight. You'll need it.
Because of this nicotine I've just
No,
imbibed?
because of the age.
The age.
So thank you so much for coming here
What?
and
Old
being a
peop-
part of our podcast.
Oh,
It's
okay.
important to get 8 hours of sleep. That looks great. Wow, and I like the gray too. Ooh.
Let's have a seat. Let's have a seat.
Oh, the implication is that I
Oh,
should be
yeah.
asleep already because night has fallen.
Oh, that's very you.
Oh, that's cool.
The other ones were cool, but I think the gray shirt with the like slightly darker gray
And the
logo.
little green tag at the
The
bottom
green
right.
We did the
SB7 tag.
logo.
I hope this was everything you hoped it would be.
Lauren came up with some concepts and then sent it over, and they like reworked it a little bit. I like the logo; it's pretty cool.
My girlfriend did some concepts for us. This is
Really?
such a great
Humble
Dude,
brag,
we
you
should
have a
hang out.
I have a girlfriend too.
Dude, they should hang out. I have a girlfriend too.
Inside joke.
They're not together anymore.
So thank you, Brett. Truly,
For just thank you.
just being around.
Hey, thank you.
You're
Being
just
a class act.
reading that little booklet.
I'm like
Have
Chromo
you
solution.
stopped working out by chance? You're huge.
Have you stopped working out?
I've been trapped
And-
under a large boulder for 4 days.
And also, just real quick, thank you to Stitch Fix and Bespoke for sponsoring this podcast, keeping us afloat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Desperately
it.
need all of
Hey,
anyone's
now.
support.
Great product.
So when are we gonna collab on a cinematic project? That's what people keep saying on the subreddit.
When our ideas intertwine, which clearly on Twitter they never will.
And when our religious views merge, Brett.
Merch.
I'll go to church. I was raised Catholic.
Cool.
I
Me
wonder
too.
if we
Sweet.
worked
I was
on
an
a
altar
project.
boy.
I'm not
Oh,
Catholic
wow.
anymore though.
I went to the altar.
Memories.
As a boy.
Do you think we would be able to work on a project together cohesively?
I think the goal is
That'd be cool.
yes.
I think
the goal is
down to
to.
actually like working together, we'd probably have similar ideas for things.
Yeah. I
So-
think it's a longer conversation we probably have time for here, but yes. Let's
You got
talk about
anyone-
it once you wrap this up.
You got anyone that can publish a novel by any chance?
Maybe.
Well, let's talk.
Yeah.
You're writing
Timmy.
a novel?
Perhaps. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what episode this was.
It was
14.
14.
All right, bye.